Zillow has revised their forecast for 2023 and expects 4.3 million existing home sales, down from 5 million in 2022. Hi, I'm Becky McCully, your Charlotte Realtor, and I'm here to provide you with an in-depth analysis of the current Charlotte housing market trends. Zillow, among other national forecasters, has made revisions to their housing forecasts once again. According to Zillow, the recent resilience in home prices has led to a slight upward revision in their latest home value forecast compared to the previous month. I think that the total number of home sales in the Charlotte region is also likely to decline when you compare it with the past few years. And the primary factor behind this decline is the increase in interest rates. This also implies that housing affordability has worsened over the past year directly as a result of the rise in interest rates. I'm fascinated by keeping up with the latest national housing market news, but it is crucial to keep in mind that these reports provide a broad overview of the entire country, and not every market follows the same pattern. Real estate is highly localized, and this fact can't be overlooked. For example, Realtor.com reported in its March 2023 monthly housing market trends report that the number of homes for sale increased by 59.9% compared to last year. While this is a noteworthy statistic, I wondered how would it impact the Charlotte housing market specifically? Here in Charlotte, the number of homes for sale increased by 32.1% compared to March of 2022, which equates to about 1,231 additional houses. It's worth keeping in mind that certain regions like San Francisco and Phoenix experienced significant growth in housing prices in recent years, but are now experiencing a more pronounced impact compared to other areas of the country. Therefore, it's important to consider this context when evaluating national housing data. So, what do the other housing stats from March tell us about the Charlotte housing market? Let's look at the new listings. In March, we had 4,240 new listings in the entire Charlotte metro area. This is an increase compared to February, which had 2,936 new listings. It's customary for listings to surge during the spring season, but it's also worth noting that this increase falls in line with the range of new listings observed during the past few years, which typically fell between 3,800 and 5,800 new listings. Zillow's revised home value and sales forecast report highlights what we're seeing locally in Charlotte, that a shortage of new for sale listings is helping to buoy home prices even as elevated interest rates present affordability challenges for buyers. As a professional realtor, one of the most important indicators that I monitor is pending sales, or how many contracts were accepted. In March, we only had 3,858 pending sales compared to 3,274 in February. So this is an increase of 584 homes. The number of homes that went under contract in May of 2022 was about 4,300 and went on a steady decline through the end of 2022 with only about 2,000 homes. Since then, we've seen a fairly steep increase in the number of accepted contracts to get us to the March 3,800 number. So that's almost double the number we saw last May. Realtor.com noted that the national number of homes under contract declined by 24.5% compared to the same time last year. Here in Charlotte, we only saw a decrease of 4,072 homes to 3,858, or 0.5%. So I'm a little surprised to see such a drastic difference in our Charlotte housing market compared to the national average. I mean, that's a 24% difference. Now, let's talk about home prices. The median list to sales price is picking up slightly from 96.6% to 97.4%. And sellers are still getting pretty close to their asking price. And dare I say it, we are even starting to see multiple offers on the most desirable properties. It's taking roughly 18 days from the day a property hits the market to when an offer is accepted. This has decreased by 1 full week since last month. One interesting disclaimer in the Zillow report is that their forecasts may not fully account for the impact of recent events in the banking sector and changes to monetary policy, which have introduced fresh uncertainty to the outlook for the economy and the housing market. While it remains to be seen how these developments will ultimately impact the housing market, there is a possibility that they could have an effect. So it's important to keep a close eye on future developments in the economy and financial sector. All right, that wraps up our March housing market recap. I hope you got some value out of this. I would love to know your biggest takeaways from this data. Whether you're a buyer or seller, I'm here to guide you through the process and help you make the best decision for your future. You can schedule a complimentary real estate consultation with me by clicking the link below in the description. I'm Becky McCully, your Charlotte Realtor, and I look forward to seeing you next time.